On March 11, 2011, Japan was operating one of the most advanced nuclear systems on Earth. Along the northeastern coastline, the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant quietly generated electricity for millions. But beneath the Pacific Ocean, a catastrophic chain of events had already begun. At 2:46 p.m., a magnitude 9.0 earthquake struck off Japan's coast. It was the most powerful earthquake in the country's recorded history. Inside Fukushima, reactor systems immediately shut down exactly as designed, but the real danger was still coming. Less than an hour later, the earthquake triggered a devastating tsunami. Waves more than 40 feet high raced toward the Fukushima plant. The facility's seawalls had been designed for far smaller waves. They stood no chance. The tsunami flooded the plant's backup generators. The critical systems needed to cool the reactors after shutdown. Within minutes, Fukushima lost electrical power. Without cooling systems, the reactor cores began heating uncontrollably. Inside the reactors, temperatures climbed to catastrophic levels. Nuclear fuel rods began melting through protective structures. Hydrogen gas accumulated inside the buildings. Fukushima was entering full-scale nuclear meltdown. Then came the explosions. Hydrogen ignited inside the reactor buildings, blasting apart entire sections of the facility. Around the world, terrifying images spread across television screens. Japan was facing its worst nuclear crisis since Hiroshima. More than 150,000 residents were forced to evacuate. Entire towns became ghost cities overnight. Families left behind homes, schools, businesses, and memories, unsure if they would ever return. A small group of workers stayed behind to prevent an even greater catastrophe. Later, called the Fukushima 50, they risked lethal radiation exposure in a desperate attempt to stabilize the reactors. The disaster triggered global panic about nuclear energy. Countries across Europe and Asia began reconsidering their nuclear programs. Fukushima transformed the worldwide debate over the future of atomic power. More than a decade later, Fukushima remains a symbol of how fragile even the most advanced systems can become when nature overwhelms human preparation. The disaster changed Japan forever and left the world questioning the true cost of nuclear power.